That's the sound of a million 14-year-old boys crying in anguish as their fearless leader, Andrew Tate, was banned on Instagram and Facebook today. Now, if you don't know who Andrew Tate is, you can just watch this video. And if you do, you're suffering like the rest of us, and we have to talk about this guy once more because this ban is somehow a bit controversial. Now, let me catch up to speed. Andrew Tate, no stranger to getting banned by social medias, was banned on Twitter for the past 5 years for saying this, which I'm not going to read out loud, but you can read with your eyes. Yeah, that is crazy. That's crazy. He said that publicly and thought it too. Like, you had to think it. Anyway, he was banned on Facebook. Now, I'll try to find out the exact reason. The ban is a little bit weird in the sense that there was no specific moment that led up to this ban. There was no one thing that he did that Facebook's like, no, not that. But I looked through their hate speech, which they say don't post. Makes sense to me. And it says, do not dehumanize people, including women, as household objects or refer to them as property.
Property.
And then I saw this clip of Andrew Tate doing that.
If I have responsibility over her, then I must have a degree of authority. For the same reason, if I have responsibility over, and everyone's going to lose their mind, it's an example, it's only an analogy. If I have responsibility over a child, I have to have some authority. You cannot be responsible for something that doesn't listen to you. You can't be responsible.
Okay, my favorite part about this is Dave Portnoy goes tough off the first one. But the video doesn't end.
Responsible for a dog if it doesn't obey you, or a child if it doesn't obey you, or a woman doesn't obey you.
The super sexist path.
Cool. Let's take a beautiful sports car. It doesn't matter. A house.
Yeah,
land,
didn't help.
whatever.
Okay, wait, I mean,
Like I said, when you have the fucking king of misogyny being like, bro, you're going too far, that's a point to be like, all right, let's take a breather here, okay? When you got Dave Porkboy being like, dude, that's a step too far, you're giving the fucking game away, that's when you know you've gone too far, okay? One bite. You know the rules. One bite of sexism. Not two, not three, not the whole fucking pizza pie, okay? You can't be to the right of Dave fucking Porkboy on sexism, dude. Everybody knows the rules.
being sexist? I'm being sexist? Okay, so my shovel of a wife, right? It's crazy. It's crazy. But look, if you don't take my word that Andrew Tate is sexist, maybe this guy will convince you.
If you're going to be realistic about the world, you're going to be a little bit sexist. I'll openly say I'm a little bit sexist because I'm realistic. Men are just better than women. I mean, fair enough.
So I feel like we got that out of the way. Now, let me make it very clear. I think Andrew Tate is a piece of shit. I think him being banned is overall a good for the world. It's not that much of a difference because the sexism's still there, right? Think of it like this. Meta banning Andrew Tate is taking away their responsibility to actually deal with the root problems of their platform, where they're promoting people who are Islamophobic, sexist, racist all the time with their algorithm, the same problems that YouTube, Twitter deal with.
If this motherfucker brings the Myanmar genocide, by the way, know that I'm going to call him out on this. He did not know what that was, okay? When I was talking about the Muslims in Rohingya, he did not know what that was on our phone conversation, okay? I'm just going to say, he knows now. He knows now, but he did not know Facebook or its involvement or the genocide. And he did know about the genocide, to be fair. He just didn't know Facebook's involvement. He knew about it after I talked about it a little bit. And he knew who like Aung San Suu Kyi was, didn't really know, didn't know her name or anything, but he knew a little bit. He knew enough.
With every single social media platform has an algorithm, and they're boosting. They're the ones literally lifting up these creators, and then as a good thing, they'll ban one, like the head of the Hydra, and then two more will come out. I mean, there will be two more sexist content creators in 6 months that come out of this that are maybe a little less effective at making money and have a little more hair on their head, probably. Okay, that is the reality of the situation. And there's going to be some people, maybe even watching this video, who are like, they're trying to silence my boy Tate. They're trying to silence him. Really? You think Meta is trying to silence Andrew Tate when they didn't even silence their Facebook users from causing a, quote, determining role in the Rohingya genocide, which by the way, caused over 20,000 people to die in a lot more atrocities. You think the line was, you know what? It's that Tate guy. Now, honestly, what probably happened is there's some high-level exec who got Andrew Tate on their radar. Hasan, I'll call him earlier. He told me this is his theory, that there's some 11-year-old boy in the fucking basement going, "God, you bitch!" And it's a Facebook dad exec or mom exec up top, and they went to work, and it's one click of a button, and he's gone. It's probably that simple, because that's how platforms work. They're notoriously inconsistent with bans.
Gave me the credit for the fucking 11-year-old boy thing, but he didn't give me the credit for the early thing. It's fine. It's fine. I'm proud of Ludwig. I think Ludwig is a good voice in the space. He's great. This video is great.
If that is your concern, if you're like, damn, this was an inconsistent ban, yeah, that's how it works with all these platforms. Twitch bans streamers for saying cracker, but doesn't for ableist slurs. YouTube doesn't know where its own line is. The platform's content moderations have become haphazard and inconsistent. Twitter under pressure over double standards after Donald Trump MAGA crackdown. Every single platform struggles with consistent moderation because they have the pressure of having an algorithm to make people enjoy their site and stay in it longer. But the algorithm's just a robot that doesn't care if it's promoting something bad or hate-filled. It just promotes for people to stay on the platform. And then they try to do the Band-Aid of, oh, we'll ban that now. I mean, you probably should have some solution on the in-between. This is my take. Maybe something that's different than banning. Maybe something like maybe blacklisting. Like you don't have them in the algorithm away anymore. Just pull them out of the algorithm. It's the same thing as YouTube with demonetizing. You know how powerful demonetizing is? Demonetizing has killed channels. It's made creators stop posting. It's not a good thing, but if you need a step between banning and not banning, so it's not a fucking controversy every time like Andrew Tate or Andrew Tate clone gets banned, you can do that. And then maybe creators will be a little less centrist about this take and with a little more gumption to be able to say, oh yeah, I think it makes sense that Andrew Tate was demonetized off the platform and he's no longer circulating in the algorithm. He probably shouldn't be promoted because all he is doing is trying to sell his multi-level marketing scheme, which I think is a good enough reason to not promote someone at all in the first place. And I saw even creators I really like have takes that I thought were so mid. Like, I think CoffeeZilla is a smart guy. I think he makes great videos. But he says, I dislike Tate. Kids are going to grow up thinking their only weapon against ideas is deplatforming. I don't think the kids are the ones who deplatformed Tate here. I think the platforms do it when...
What? Ludwig, dislike and censure shows how much work you put in? No, dude. Ludwig is always... No, I won't take credit for that. What are you talking about? Ludwig is always... Look, there's a reason why I love Ludwig, okay? It's not because, like, it's not because he like listened to me or anything. What do you mean? He's always had his heart in the right place. He's always had his mind in the right place. He's always been like a very progressive guy. That's not new at all. He doesn't when
their success does not align with the creator's success that they ban. All right? Either because it's getting too much negative press like an Alex Jones type, or it's something that maybe, like I said earlier, ran across an exec's desk and it doesn't follow terms of service, and it can be a slam dunk ban that takes off the pressure of making any real change to a platform. I'll also say about CoffeeZilla, he said, what's the better solution? Talking to them Lamau, which I'm going to call you out here. I think you think.
Okay. Here's the thing. Yes, dunking on someone like Andrew Tate is good and sometimes necessary. Okay, obviously. But as someone who has dunked on him very adequately, so much so that even all my fucking haters were in unison saying, like, I gotta hand it to Hasan, he really did a good job. Okay? That didn't stop Andrew Tate's fucking ideas from still continuing to spread like wildfire, because it's not even his ideas. He's just a new spin, okay, on very old ideas. He's not going against the grain. He's going alongside the grain, okay? He's going with it. The only time when a person like this stops, or at least like the dam, you can plug one of the holes in the dam, is if you actually take action and deplatform.
Think that because you're doing a debate with Tate this week. I'm just saying the timing's a little convenient. And also, do you really think that you're going to talk to Andrew Tate and change his mind? Is that the goal? Is it sit him down?
Even if it's not to change his mind, even if it's to change his followers' minds, which I think I was able to do a little bit, at least. Like maybe I stopped a couple of people from like joining Hustlers University or whatever. The impact is far, far larger. It doesn't matter. It's the best you can do as an individual, but ultimately the system set in place needs to take action. Like that little bit helps, me sleep better at night, certainly, and it's progress. But again, there's no other way to handle this. You can't debate Nazis away. And Andrew Tate is kind of like the fucking Hitler of misogyny, okay? He might not be as like white supremacist or anything like that. Obviously, he's not. He does have some reactionary ideas on things like that as well. But he is literally the Adolf Hitler of fucking misogyny, of hating women. He is maybe not the Adolf Hitler, but the Richard Spencer of hating women, certainly. I mean, I've never seen anybody so openly fucking state the horrifying ways in which they want to deal with women. Like he kept saying like, fuck women, beat women. Like, what do you mean? What more do you want? Like he was the fucking Prophet Muhammad of beating women, okay? He's like, he had the holy book in his hand, okay? He was reading the future Bible. And telling everybody, like, this is the right way. This is the right path.
And enter the marketplace of ideas and he exits a better man. This has happened before. Hasan went on a call with Andrew Tate. They were talking about how imperial data is important and you can't just get into a car accident with two women and then say all women are bad drivers because it's too small of a sample size. You can look at a much larger sample size and pull real scientific data from it.
Andrew, do you believe the Earth is flat or round, spherical, globe?
Round.
Motherfucker has an English degree, doesn't he? Doesn't this motherfucker have an English degree? Bro, Arizona, I swear to God, dude. Oh my God, what a sham. Sham degree, bro. I swear to God. English major L, dude. What an L wig. What a... You believe it's round, right? But when you walk outside, it feels like it's flat.
Brother, and I
it looks flat, it feels flat, but you believe it's round. Why do you believe the Earth is round?
Because I have personal experience that would prove.
So you think Prophet Muhammad is all about beating women? What? No, motherfucker. That's not what I said. Why are you so brain broken? Oh my God, inshallah, one day your brain will be better, okay? One day. In the words of Allah, read, okay? Read. Dumb bitch.
Me that the Earth is round.
Oh, you have personal experience. What happened? Did you go up to the fucking moon? Is that how you figured it out?
Exactly. I flew up into space and I looked down on Earth and I saw a big circle.
That's crazy. Okay. You don't have to, hey, listen, you don't have to concede on that point, but I think you and I both understand the importance of scientific... the importance of empirical evidence in that one, right? Or
it's a great counterpoint. It's something that Andrew Tate has to face in a live.
Hassan, now you think debating a crazy, hateful, stupid person is pointless or only spreads violence? What? No. What the fuck are you guys talking about? There are different ways of tackling a problem. As individuals, we can only go so far. And as I've said time and time again, why are you so brain broken? Oh my God. Please, just don't write stuff. If you're gonna say dumb shit, just don't write. It just makes you look bad.
Setting, which can be a little stressful. So he goes into this, made up story to try to just diffuse the situation, back out of it. But what came from it was not, maybe empirical evidence is important. This is him today, Andrew Tate.
Yes, he told me I'm not lazy.
He's gonna who Omega
Who's
watch.
Hasanabi?
You remember him, the guy that was basically like sitting down like with glasses. He's kind of like a bigger guy, like this.
Bigger, like fat?
No, he wasn't. He's like really buff, actually.
This is Andrew Tate pretending not to know who Hasan is today.
Oh, you're talking about, bro.
Anyways,
Yeah, he.
And it makes sense. It makes sense because he's never been interested in engaging in a real discussion that may change his worldview, or maybe he's trying to change a worldview. All YouTube discussions are a waste of time to some extent because back in the day, discussions were between one person, and you are trying to reach a mutual conclusion together. Or perhaps you have some preconceived conclusions and they'll change during the duration of a conversation. But nowadays, these conversations, whether they're through a podcast,
It's so funny that he was like, "Yeah, I don't know who that is. Doesn't ring a bell." Meanwhile, his like entire body language changed the moment that Aiden brought me up, and also on top of that, before he got banned off of Twitter, he was like nonstop tweeting about me. And literally shot a podcast with his brother calling me an Armenian genocide denying bisexual. It's just, I mean, it's cute. I liked it. I thought it was funny. Bitch made.
podcast or a debate or whatever it is, there's a third person in the conversation, you, the viewer. And so it's much less a genuine effort to try to convince someone to be on your side
I'll be back.
or see their worldview. And it's much more trying to convince the thousands or millions of people watching to change their worldview. And so you have a preconceived conclusion, and it's just trying to find the data for your preconceived conclusion to convince those people watching, not the person across from you. Which is why Debate Bros and all that shit is mostly just for show. It's a showmanship thing and a general waste of time if the goal is to try to see some worldviews, see other people's perspectives. That's all it is. It's not a genuine effort at all, which is why I was surprised when I saw this take from Ordinary Gamer, another creator, by the way, who I think is great. But he said, banning Andrew Tate is dumb. Ideas should be challenged, and if he spreads misinformation, it should be countered in the public sphere. And I replied to this. I think it encapsulates my thoughts now pretty well. Regardless of whether banning is the correct decision, the idea that truth prevails in the public sphere has been repeatedly proven false. People just move to spheres that agree with their truth. And I found this the other day because I made a mogul mail and I talked about people who were anti-vax. I used the term anti-vaxxers, which people got very upset about. And they said, I'm not anti-vax. I'm just against the vaccine. And you can do, and there's always the do your own research crowd. Now, I can do my own research right now. I can do my own research and I can find that getting the COVID vaccine makes you much less likely to go to the hospital, which is a big problem because hospitals are overrun. It even makes you slightly better at not getting the illness. But then there's also people who do their research and be like, well, this is the first mRNA vaccine. What's an mRNA vaccine mean for my body for the next 10 years? And people will only do the research to back their point. Because all debates in the public sphere, aka on social media, is a debate where other people are watching. And so it's never like a conversation, which then maybe the question is, hey, what is this commentary YouTube thing for? Is this valuable? Is this another sphere? Where are we? What's going on? Who's going to save us? How do we get to real public discourse? When will the truth prevail? Why is it just always misinformation? Why aren't you subscribed yet?
Yeah, I mean, I agree. Great video by Lud. Succinctly put, well put. Thoughts on Lean's Pam Patty? Going up in your hot girl fit when you're normally an Adam Sandler? What? Thank you for this wonderful video. I learned so much about that. Oh, so you think it's cute to deny the Armenian genocide? Bro, there's no way these people are serious, right? Like, this person is just joking, right? Like, I can't. Oh my Lord, dude. I just like. I can't.